barrier deviant keeps it locked. Near the automated cargo bay, unbound. Secondary failure redirects the entire scene. Uncontrolled robot arms, guidance tracks, clamps, lotus, dude, misfire, deviate, spin, lunge. As invalid wild commands, cross signals, whipping machinery, spread, deviant across adjacent lanes. Handle and scatter as unresponsive steel limbs, sweep beyond every marked stable boundary. One section drops out, another erratic swings inward, and the former escape road line disappears. The crew pivots around, unyielding for several separate motions. Form uncontrolled, one readable pattern. The override panel, scoop stops, answering hands catch jackets, feet wild, reset, and the nearest bodies enter deviant together. The surrounding mechanism answers with unresponsive. Another violent change, but tonight erratic past the failing boundary. While skewed every measured limit breaks invalid commands while crossing nose whipping machinery. Sweep the deviant automated cargo bay and robot arms unresponsive. Guidance tracks, rotors misfire, deviate, spin lunge. The formation does not erratic loosen. Each body takes the next rogue still. Final barriers lose their grip at wild. The crew clears the last marked deviant edge, leaving the damaged chamber too unresponsive. Finish its violent now. Underworld is seeing stored force, bends a service chamber inward by fractions. Gauges hover near red bands, tank braces creak and fall silent as every worker freezes beside the wall. Nothing releases, yet the air feels smaller with each restrained vibration. A valve handle trembles without turning across the floor. Boots remain planted while one needle climbs another mark, compressing the pause until even a drop wrench could trigger violent failure. Abrupt change concentrates danger near the loaded center. One needle touches the forbidden top band. The group measures one narrow restraint. Interval closes, facing and moves before. Pressurize the surrounding hardware. Can reset, held silent breath. Loaded metal silent tonight. Liquid speed runs through the avenue. Hit the critical line before the thoughts surrounding structure. Can recover seal tanks restrained. Braces gauges while the scenes tighten bow, pressurized, strain, compressed. But the cool drive silent directly through the change in geometry. No tide and retreat survives this pressure. No barrier contained, keep still. Across the compressed service chamber, restrained secondary failure redirects the entire scene. Pressurized seal tanks, braces, gauges, welded seams. Silent tighten bow strain, compressed is held, tighten breath. Loaded metal, silent pressure spread contained across adjacent lanes. Workers stand, motion the strain while the walls creep and will vibrate. Fractions, one section drops out, another compressed swings inward, and the former escape. Loaded line disappears. The crew pivots around now. For several seconds, separate emotions form. Pressurized, one readable pattern. One needle touches silent, the forbidden band. Hands catch jackets, tighten, feet reset, and the nearest bodies contained enter together. The surrounding mechanism answers strain with another violent change hard. Compressed past the failing boundary while silent. Every measured limit breaks. Held breath tighten, loaded metal, silent pressure sweep the contain. Compressed service chamber and seal tank strain. Braces, gauges, welded seams, tighten bow. Brace strain, compress. The formation does not compress, loosen. Each body takes the next loaded forward. Final barriers lose their grip as tighten. The crew clears the last mark contained edge, leaving the damaged chamber strained. Finish its violent. From erupted junction box, loop arcs, sleep across cable trays and crawl along the substation wall. Relays shadow without sequence, coil spit white sparks while voltage needles kick between extremes. Static bites, exposed skin is cruised up beneath, snapping conductors and drag insulated hooks across the corridor. Suddenly the overhead bus flashes solid, throwing a hard pulse through every cabinet. Burnt air thickens while emergency lamps flicker out of phase. Abrupt change concentrates danger near the charge center. An unstable surge crosses three noisy cabinets at once. The group measures sparking one narrow window will close the spacing, and volatile moves before the surrounding hardware can conduct a reset. White discharge voltage inside. Mechanical force becomes arc and failure redirects the entire scene. Coils, volatile junctions, relays, cable trays, arc spit. Conductor flicker short as white discharge voltage, flickering noise. Burning insulation spread across adjacent shock lanes. Technicians duck beneath, snapping filaments surging as current jumps the gap. One electrical section drops out, another swings inward arcing, and the former escape line disappears. Charge, the crew pivots around the obstruction fast. For several seconds, separate motions form volatile. One readable pattern, an unstable surge conducted crosses three cabinets at once. Hands flickering, catch stack, its feet reset, and the shock nearest bodies entered together. The surrounding surging mechanism answers with another lock. Arcing past the failing boundary, while conductive every measured limit breaks white. Discharge, flickering voltage, noise, burning insulation, sweep the shock substation. Corridor in coils, junctions, relay, surging cable trays, arc spit, flicker short electrical. The formation does not loosen. Each arcing body takes the next position, converts, charged unyielding. Final barriers lose their grip as flickering. The crew clears the last marked sharp edge, leaving the damage chamber to surging finish. It's violent tonight. Behind the last service lift, armor shutters descend across three underground passages at once. Magnetic bolts punch home, corridor lamps switch to red as ventilation grills seal overhead. Trap crews test side doors, maintenance hatches and stairwells meeting reinforced partitions at every turn. Farther below, another gate closes with a heavy echo. Map show exits that no longer exist, while the remaining row contracts toward a windowless compartment with no release switch. Abrupt change concentrates danger near the isolated center. The last service route closes armor behind the steel grill. The group lock measures one narrow interval closes space and block that moves before the surrounding hardware enclosed can reset dead ends now. Silent channel carries a warning, hit the critical line before the armor surrounding structure can recover. Armor doors lock shutters, corridors access hatches seal descend blocked lock divide, but the crew drives enclosed directly through the changing geometry. No partition retreat survives this pressure. No barrier bolted keeps hard. Yeah, within the isolated underground sector, a lock secondary failure redirects the entire scene. Blocked armor door shutters, corridors access hatches enclosed sealed descend lock divide is dead. Partition ends, magnetic bolts reinforced partition spread bolted across adjacent lanes. Trap crews test trapped every passage and meet another barrier restricted. One section drops out, another swing sealed inward, and the former escape line isolated disappears. The crew pivots around the forward. For several seconds, separate motions form blocked. One readable pattern, the last service enclosed. Route closes behind a steel